take the chivalrous route and let ladies go first.
Bring it. Okay, yeah.
So, Holly and Katie, you ladies are up first.
Wait, Katie? Adrian? Adrian. Oh, okay.
Yep, you guys heard me correctly. Holly and Katie.
No, Katie.
It's Katie.
You're good.
It is Katie.
Okay.
All right, ladies, you're going to stand right here with the mic, center stage.
So, oh, this, okay.
Okay, I'll let you scope. Yeah.
Okay, so this is on. Okay. First of all, thank you all for coming. It's a pleasure to meet so many of you that I've heard about for so many years and meet family. And just wanted to say congratulations to Kristine and Steven.
Oh, Steve?
Steve.
My mom says Steven when she's yelling at me.
Okay, Steve. We'll let that go.
My work people don't need to know that because then they'll start calling me Steven.
Noted.
Okay, Steven.
So just in thinking about what to say tonight, what would be fitting, the first thing that came to mind is not everyone knows my sister. And the thing that comes to mind for me. Right? I've been fighting it all day. No. But when I think of my sister, Kristine, she's been such a gift to me because I can be so serious. And she brings me into my silly, into the joy, and into the moment like no one else. And I'm grateful that she's able to bring that out in me so effortlessly. And I've seen how she brings it out in so many people. And I've heard about all the students that she's touched through the years in very transformative ways. So as your sister, I'm proud of you. And I'm grateful for you for bringing that out. But in looking at Steven, no. But it's just such a... And what?
They didn't fit, by the way.
She got me yoga pants that she said that's your present when I wear them.
Okay. Anywho, I've seen what you bring out in my sister, and it's been beautiful just to see her blossoming through your love and seeing her just bringing out her tender side and the gifts that you've brought out more fully in her that are now blessing your family. So thank you for giving her a safe place to be who she is and to really express herself and really blossom. It's been beautiful to see. And I'm really grateful that we're in the presence of such amazing people that bring out such amazing qualities in us all, because this is going to make for a super epic reception. So I will hand this over to Katie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you.
Good evening. I'm Katie. I feel like I've met many of you in the last couple of days. I've known Kristina, who I call Colorado Tina, Tina Bobina, just Bobina, or lifetime member of the A-Team, or as she reminded me yesterday, Night Stallion, for 20 years.
We're the Night Stallions.
We are the Night Stallions, as you will witness later. For many summers, we worked together in Minnesota at Balmoral Golf Course. What I remember most about this time and getting to know Kristina is that she brought life, beauty, and joy into that place. And I think we can all agree that she continues to do that wherever she goes. We are not just friends because we were in the same place at the same time. We were young women who shared faith, and we were trying to figure out who we were and who we wanted to be, sharing the desires and hopes of our hearts. These conversations didn't exactly happen on the beer cart at Vail. These conversations came up on long walks down County Road 128 and sitting on the shores of Otter Tail Lake. I'm grateful for all these years of shared friendship and faith and our ability to just pick up where we left off each and every summer. 20 years of summer walks, talks, and prayers for godly husbands that love the Lord first and foremost. Those conversations eventually led to one summer chat that included an amazing and special man named Steve. Not to give away all my secrets, but it sounds like an amazing Hallmark movie storyline. It's been an honor to walk alongside of you, believing and praying for your future husband, who is your now husband. Steve, what I know about Kristine as a partner, from playing many games of hand and foot with Grandma and Grandpa Thompson, the force, is that if you are determined enough to reach for your goals, even if they are as silly as getting into your foot before you leave the card table, she will be supportive. She will love you enough to sit alongside of you. She will cheer you on, and she will celebrate your accomplishments with you. My prayer for you, Steve, is that you love, honor, and respect Kristine every single day. That you continue to seek the Lord, and through your faith and relationship with Him, you are open to the leading and guiding of His Holy Spirit. He will be faithful in showing you how to be a husband who leads and guides your wife and your children in the ways of His truth and His word. I pray that you share not only your victories and joys, but you also share your cares and concerns with Kristine, so she can come alongside of you to support you, encourage you, and pray for you. To my beautiful Bobina! My Tina Bobina. My prayer for you is that you love, honor, and respect Steve every day. That you continue to grow in your faith and seek the Lord for wisdom and clarity in how to support and love your husband and your children as you walk this journey beside Steve. That you are brave enough to not only share your victories and joys with him, but your cares and concerns, so he has an opportunity to come alongside of you, to support you, and to encourage you, and to pray for you. So finally, I'd like to make a toast. If you'd like to raise your glasses, may you continue to passionately pursue the Lord each other daily and see others through the eyes of His grace. May you become stronger in your bond as partners as you continue to grow in your faith and in your connection with one another, and that when things are both difficult and easy, you invite the Lord into those times. May you be humble and compassionate towards each other. May you practice every day what it looks like to love, honor, and serve one another as examples to your children, as how to love each other as Christ loves the church. And as Father Tim shared in his message today, you are two imperfect people united in love. Our prayer for you is to continue to choose love, prioritize prayer, forgiveness, and rejoice in the blessings of each other and your family. Love and blessings to you both. Hear, hear!
Thank you, Katie. Oh, that was beautiful. You're a professional.
Yeah, me and you both. Good evening, all. I do not know how I'm supposed to top Katie. Note to self, don't ever go after her again in the toasting set. Over the last...
It's there.
All right. Check one, check two. Steve, for those of you I have not gotten to meet, It's an honor to be here, and for those I have, what a wonderful group of people here tonight to celebrate these two wonderful people. So cheers to all of you, and for those of you I do not know, I've gotten to know Steve over the last 4 years through work, and there are a couple of attributes that really set him apart in my mind. One of which is his passion for life, his love for people. You can see it in his eyes. You can hear it in the tone of his voice each and every day. Rain or shine, he's there. The second thing is how positive his mindset is. We joke often about, is the glass half full or half empty? And for Steve, it's always full, period. And I witnessed that in the way he sees the good in everybody. Even when there's not so much good to see, he sees the good. And when we have some trying situations that we're working through, he always sees the potential for good, the possibilities, so uplifting. And when you have these attributes, the presence that he brings to the room, I'm grateful for, because a room with Steve in it is a happier room, a room that makes everybody feel better. And I think in today's world, we can all use more happiness. And cheers to you for that, and thank you for that. And leave it to you to go find somebody that has those same wonderful attributes in Kristine. Well done. And as we raise a glass, I pray that each and every day you both share those attributes with one another, and that your glasses will always be full. Cheers. Do I get a lot? Yeah,
Thank you. That was like.
She's never seen me cry. She's daring me to cry.
Are you gonna cry?
All right, so I'm Mark Walker from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I have
Knockers.
Yay! Box Navros.
All right, I want the bill to go to that table.
I have known Steve for about 29, 30 years. We met at JH Collectibles. It was a women's clothing.
When we were 8 years old.
Yes, women's apparel company. Steve and I met like in the halls, and he was in a area where they were like doing the cutting of the cloth and stuff, and he came in and he got the job that I had, and I moved a little bit up, but yeah. So we've had a lot of good times, a lot of camping trips together, and bowling.
What? I thought you said bowl.
Oh, sorry.
You told me you won't bowl with me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no.
I knew I should have proofed this one.
Oh darn it.
It's living with him. He bowls his laundry into the back of the carpet every night.
See, there you go. Yeah, that'll give you right there. Yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of good times. A lot of 90s grunge rock. Like we were.
And let's never forget the Poison Motley Crue concert.
Poison Motley Crue concert, yes, that my brother ruined. He wanted to give me tickets to that again. I'm like, just no. Anyway, there was one Summerfest in Milwaukee, is the largest music festival, and my parents were away. I was living with my parents. They were away, and Steve and I were supposed to go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh, yeah. It was July 3rd, and a torrential downpour came, and our basement was flooding. Steve and I were bailing water like troopers. This guy was amazing. We were just bailing water, and then we were like having Red Dog in between. That's amazing. 24, yeah. 24, yeah. So a lot of good times, yeah. Amazing guy, stand-up guy. And I met Kristine about a year ago, coming through. I'd heard about her, but hadn't met her until they were coming through Milwaukee, so on their annual trip. So it was amazing.
And you are using my car.
And I am using her car, yes. Yes. Yes, it's an amazing car. So, all right, well, yes, these two are amazing. I wish you guys a lifetime of happiness, and thank you for having us out here, and we're happy to celebrate with you. Yes, you're welcome.
All right, are we, ooh, that's loud. Are you ready, rowdy group back there? So I thought I could just come up and say,
You know, Father Tim covered it all today at the ceremony, so I'm done. I don't know where to start. I don't like talking in front of a bunch of people, and people will say, well, you're a teacher, Miss Thompson. You're in front of people all the time. Well, those are kids. That's totally different than talking in front of a group of adults. So, Steve. Robin Schneider, you better stand up there, girl. She wanted us to meet, and she was the assistant principal at my school, St. Peter's School, which you are not supposed to be, trying to introduce a teacher to one of the parents, and that's strictly prohibited. But the assistant principal is like, hey, you guys got to meet, so it's all her fault. So thank you, Robin. And I did always pray, kind of tying into what Katie said, I always prayed for God to orchestrate who I would end up being with for the rest of my life. I think that 100% He orchestrated me meeting you, Steve, and your family, Gabe and Timo and Nika and myself and Promise, all coming together and being a family of 6. It's going to be a lot of work. Please pray for us. I was reading back through some journals the other day, and I was always praying that God would be the one to orchestrate my meeting with someone. And in my journal, it said how I wanted to, which I remember telling my sister Holly all the time, I want to have a husband one day who's Catholic. Why do you have to have a husband who's Catholic? I just want him to be Catholic. Well, that's what worked out. And then reading through my journal too, it just talked about how I wanted a husband that I wanted him to desire to bring our family to church every week. And Steve very much does that. He always wants to bring our family to church every week. So that's extremely important to all of us. And then I haven't shared this with very many people, but I will just share this tonight. So for some of you that know, when I lived up in the mountains in Eagle, and then I had to, I feel like, had to move back down to Colorado Springs, which was so hard for me because I lived up in the mountains with my mountain peeps over here. Give it up for the mountain peeps. And so we had skiing right at our fingertips. I would wake up with my daughter Promise. We would drive 20 minutes and we would just be on the hill, Vail and Beaver Creek skiing, and it was just an absolute dream. I had my daughter on skis at age 1. So when I kind of felt like I needed to move back down here, which I did not want to do, it was extremely hard for us. It was all last minute in the summer, like 3 summers ago. So I was trying to decide what I was going to do. And I went to Mass one day, and I was sitting there, and I received communion. And I was sitting there praying after I received communion, and I had this vision. And so in my vision, it was Jesus holding my arm and 7 doors in front of me. And he was like leading me to one of the doors. And I was kind of like, I don't want to go, because I didn't want to leave the mountains. Like, don't want to go, don't want to go. So he led me to this one door out of 7 doors, and it opened up, and in that door was a man down on his knees, like proposing. So that's all I can say. I guess that was you, even though you didn't get down on your one knee. He had knee surgery right before he proposed to me. So he did not get down on one knee. But I do feel like thank you all for being here, by the way. And I do feel like I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And Robin, going back to our conversation a long time ago in carpool about Steve, I do feel like this is 100% God's will for us, and so I'm very thankful. So thank you all for being here. Amen.
Well, as most of you know, I'm a man of few words. Okay, there's the icebreaker. Okay. So is the kids' table still alive? Can we hear from you, please? Okay. Thank you. So as you know, come on. So the beauty, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the history, but one of the greatest things Kristine introduced me to was Impractical Jokers. So big ups to you guys. Big ups. Big ups. Okay. So we got the big ups out of the way. I told Gabe I would do that. So anyway, when I go back through history, I remember I'm going to bring up Robin Schneider. Robin, I'm sorry, you're the cause. Robin pulled me aside July 4th, 2019, 2 weeks before we were leaving for Germany. And she's like, we hired a new first grade teacher. Not second grade like I put on Facebook, I apologize. She's like, she's a looker. And I'm like, and honestly, I'm what I was, 3 kids, Nika. Love you, girl. Uh-oh.
You're in trouble, Dad.
Say hi.
Hi. You
Okay. So anyway, the beauty of this was in the back of my mind because of Robin. And if anybody knows that time, we went to Germany. Gabe got a terrible staph infection, ended up in the hospital for 5 days. So I missed the entire opening of school. So I never got to meet any of the teachers, anything. And then from there, everything kind of just melded in. And then it was like, okay, I better start introducing myself to all these wonderful teachers. Miss Anderson. And then eventually I got to meet Christina, who was less than thrilled that I scheduled. Well, you didn't have Miss Chavez till the following year, and then Timo had her for the following year. But we won't talk about that because he wasn't happy. So anyways, very quickly, I'll wrap this up so we can kind of get to the music and everything. But anyway, so we ended up, I scheduled dental exams on picture day. Christina just bursts out of her classroom. How can you do this? Your daughter needs to be in my class. Well, we kicked it off right there. It was like, wow, this is a person that's holding me accountable for something. This is awesome. Because quite frankly, when you go through what we went through, you kind of live in the moment. And, life is about moments, and it's about enjoying those moments, and it's about cherishing those moments. And I think that's one of the things that I think Christina has added to our lives, and my life specifically. She taught somebody so completely uncoordinated, yes, John, I know you did too, how to ski, even though I did tear my meniscus. She sort of taught me how to golf, but I don't think what I do is really golf. But most of all, I think she brought us all together. And I think that's probably the greatest thing of all. It's made us better as people, and I think it's introduced a lot of new people to our life, a lot of new people that we cherish. Craig. Brought a lot of people back from Wisconsin that we love and cherish. Carrie, Tony, Mark. A lot of people that I work with. Chad, Andre, all my work colleagues. I'll be back on the 25th, I hope. But most of all, I think it just brought love. So, to you, Christina, I appreciate that. You have anything to say? What you want to say and let the party begin? Oh, come on. All right, Mika doesn't want to say it, but let's get the dancing started, please. Oh.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Michael. I'm Steven's youngest, well, only brother, the young one. Maybe a little bit better looking. I don't know.
Stomach crunches just did nothing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read off my scribble right now. All right. So we already went. My name's Mike. I'm Steve's brother. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. If you can't hear me in the back, well, the silence from the people in the front will ensure you're not missing anything. So, I'm not very good at this whole speaking thing, you know, a little nervous, not gonna lie to you. So here we go. The one thing I would like to say is, Stephen, how lucky you are. You are leaving here today with a wife who is warm, loving, and caring. And Christina, you're lucky too. You are leaving here today having gained a lovely dress and a wonderful bouquet. Awesome suit, by the way. He did. If you guys haven't seen it, look at the inside of his suit. It's amazing. So, all right. So, all joking aside, I think I can speak for everyone in this room that we wish you nothing but happiness and joy for the rest of your lives. And so let's just raise a glass for a toast. And I love you guys. Love you. Cheers, everybody. Woo! Yep. I kept it short and sweet, right? All right. Cheers. Thank you.